Kandi, why you ain't drag Kenya, girl? She pushed you, girl. Why you ain't drag her? What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in. I know we are all in the house. We are all in the quarantine right now. So this is the perfect time to lean in and let's get this tea. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 19. Woo! We have made it to 19 episodes, y'all. Hold up, wait a minute. If you are watching this video, take a second to go down there and comment and like now, okay? So last week's episode, the episode was great. I loved it. It was just a good episode overall. I'm not just talking about Nene and Kenya. This week, we pick up with Nene and Kenya. They're going back and forth. Nene is like, you shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up with your stupid ass. Going off. And we finally see this spit, child. Now, I thought that the spitting was going to be very, cringe-worthy to watch, but it really wasn't because she didn't spit. She tried to spit, she didn't. So, to be honest, Nene, you get a pass on that. If she had have actually spit, then I'd be like, ooh, girl, that's nasty. But she pretended like she would, but she didn't. Kenya still remains seated. She's not really whatever, but Nene goes away. They take Nene away. She comes back. And I'm just surprised that she didn't leave. I don't know, compared to what happens later, she came back, right? So as she's talking to Kenya, Kenya basically says, well, this is why I'm upset with you. You called my baby a buffalo. Kenya. Now, y'all know I go back and forth with Kenya. I don't really care for Kenya in that aspect, but I say when she's right and when she's wrong. In this situation, just like the girls in the sit down, Nene did not call baby Brooklyn a buffalo. She was making a fat joke. Okay, she made the same type of fat joke towards Portia when she called her a big busted shape. And and basically, Kenya, that's what she was doing to you. Now, you were with child. I can't say how you should feel because you had a baby inside of you. However, I agree that is a reach, and I don't think Nene called your baby a buffalo. Shout out to Nene for shouting out the lean. Okay, I don't even think she knew she shouted out the lean, but she said, if you want to keep talking, you talk to your friend and lean over that way. I said, yes, honey.
Lean that way.
Thank you for the advertisement, sis. Now, continue through the conversation. It seems that, the two talk, and Kandi is kind of like Kenya, like, listen, just listen, trying to calm Kenya down. At this point, I'm just surprised at how composed Kenya was because she had just had this argument with Nene, getting called all these things about her marriage, blah, blah, blah. She get into it with Nene again. And then, to top it off, Marlo wants to take the floor and she wants to address Kenya about the Kenya Moore hair care marching band. Now, I didn't see an issue with this, but this is the issue I have. When Kenya was able to speak, Marlo listened. She listened. But the thing that Kenya said was, I just want to know, she basically tried to justify her reasoning for the marching band being all the things that Marlo has said. Now, yes, they were disgusting. The things that Marlo have said to Kenya have been bad, but this is a moment where someone is addressing that they're upset about something, and you basically bring up why you're justifying why you did what you did. So in Marlo's defense, when she said you're an actress, I think it was fair game because in this moment, Kenya, you're supposed to be taking it in and just apologizing. If you want to apologize, then you do so based off of what you feel you've done or whatever. You should not try to justify what you did by someone else's actions. And I think that's what made Marlo's comment about calling her an actress okay. Now, of course, Kenya didn't like this, honey. Kenya got up, she stormed off, and she made a big scene. I don't know what's wrong with these girls this season and last season. They love to get mad at the production company. Production ought to be tired, honey. They get abused. I feel for them because in this moment, Kenya stormed off with her little ant booty child. Stormed on off. You see her little booty running, and Kandi. Kenya, come here, Kenya. Kandi running up behind Kenya in her tracksuit. It's this perfect outfit as she running behind Kenya. Come here, Kenya, no. Girl, please. Now, where it lost me was Kenya had like a complete breakdown, with Kandi, and she kind of shoved Kandi. Kandi, why you ain't drag Kenya, girl? She pushed you, girl. Why you ain't drag her?
You put your hands on me, that's what you did.
Babe, calm down.
Drag you in this bitch.
Seeing Kenya storm off, I don't think that she was wrong for storming off, because in that moment, amongst what's all going on, she wasn't attacked, but you have Marlo, you have Nene, you got Portia, and now you got Kandi basically turning to this one person, and basically telling them like, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't an attack, but I think it was just a lot for one person and all these voices to be coming at her, because really nobody really had Kenya's back in this moment. Like nobody. Cynthia didn't say nothing. Kandi wasn't saying nothing towards her. It was everybody was at Kenya. And it kind of reminded me of how Nene felt that they were, they were up against her in season 7 when she had the therapy session, child.
This must be attack Nene Day, and I'm not doing that with you.
Listen, Nene.
No, because those people are very wrong.
Nene.
Nope.
So it was definitely in Nene fashion, it was attack Kenya Day in that scene. So I get why she stormed off. It just probably was a lot, and I mean, she had done pretty well sitting there taking all those insults from Nene and, Portia coming in and stuff like that. And then she apologized to, but I get it. I would have probably stormed off too. It was a lot. Now, Nene and her apology, I don't know if it was genuine or not. I'm just saying when she said it with so much anger behind it to where it's hard to receive it. She was like, if I said this stuff, I apologize. You know how Nene is with her apologies, child. The first apology that I've ever seen her give and really seem genuine was to Portia last episode. Any other apology, I can't really say that they've been like the most genuine apologies. They seem to just been forced, but we know that Nene is not going to apologize if she doesn't feel so. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it was too much going on right at that moment. And yeah, the next day, there's 2 different conversations going on. There's Cynthia, Kandi, and Kenya. And in their conversation, Kandi is just basically telling Kenya, like, girl, like, there were many opportunities where Nene tried to speak to you and, you didn't take it down. Personally, I believe that if Kenya had spoke to Nene on the first day, I think none of this would have happened. People can say what they want to say. I understand that Nene has thrown this in her face, but at the same time, I really think if they had spoken on the first episode, this would never happen. Kenya did not receive that, and Kenya is trying to justify saying that she did not, want to talk to her because she knew that she would use this against her. No, girl, Kenya's gonna say anything she want to say to justify why she did not allow Nene to talk to her, but. That's, to me, Kandi, I was feeling Kandi because Kandi's like, there have been worse things that have happened between these girls that people have gotten over. And I think that's key because Marlo has been saying this all season. She's been saying that, you girls have gotten over so many things. Why is it so bad with Nene? Kandi, kudos, girl. You are winning me over in this moment because that's real. Like, now, Kandi using her situation about the Phaedra and Portia with the drug and rape thing. Now that's a little different. But why can't you talk to Phaedra, child? Why can't you let that go? Or, have a conversation with her. You said you're going to leave the show. I mean, I'm glad she used it because she basically saying like, girl, if I can get over there, you can get over this. Kenya's like, no, Kenya, I can't. All right, Kenya. Kenya at this point clearly does not want to make amends. I can't say that, she's wrong for that. I mean, she just basically got, cussed out last night and told all the reasons why her husband don't want her, which we already know those reasons anyway. But Kenya is not receptive, and it seems like Kenya is finally at the place that Nene came to last night about fuck Nene. At this point, they are both. It's fuck Kenya and it's fuck Nene. Kenya is like, well, did she call me? And Kandi's like, well, she had a conversation with you in person at the table. Very valid point. And like she said, she tried to have a conversation with you before Portia. Kandi, girl, yes, get into her. Kenya has nothing to say. You can tell Kenya is like, she's looking for something to say because she has nothing. Everybody at this point knows that if they had spoke that first night, they would not be at this point. And that's on Kenya. I don't care what y'all say, that's on Kenya. No one said anything about the spitting. Like nobody, even Kenya, nobody talked about it. So I don't understand why they made this such a big deal, but it really wasn't as big as they made it, in my opinion. The next scene was funny to me. I thoroughly enjoyed the activities. Like I said, I'm loving these activities. I thought it was hilarious how, what's her name? How they partnered Cynthia and Marlo. It's kind of interesting because their dynamics have definitely changed since Toronto. Since old girl called her a bald head scallywag.
You gonna be talking to like that, okay?
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about? Bald head scallywag.
And they put them together, and it was just fun to watch them. I about died when Marlo was directing Cynthia blind. She told Cynthia to sit down, and she sat on the air and fell. I was dying. And then Nene and her titties. Nene's titties have been out more than her. I feel like Nene's titties have made more appearances than her. They just been flopping all over throughout the season. They was in Toronto. They on this trip, child. Her titties is everywhere. But they look good though, and I don't even like titties. Not from a female anyway. And, it was kind of uncomfortable to see, Kenya, yeah, what did Nene call her? What she call that girl?
Blow up booty. Okay?
They look wrong. They're wrong. Get a new booty implant.
Don't let me have to stick a pin in that fake butt and push the air out. Oh, you jumping out your seat with your diaper on was ridiculous.
Okay, well, Nene, first of all,
I kind of see where Nene coming from because Kenya's ass definitely looked like an ant. She had these little legs and this little big ass. It was just like, the shape was just wrong. It was just real wrong. In preparation for the last night, Cynthia and Kandi meet up. They get all in their goddess look. Hence why I'm in my goddess look today. And they are basically planning to act out a scene between Nene and Kenya. Now, I don't think this is a good idea just hearing it because, first of all, Kandi fit to be acting, and Kandi is not a great actress. I don't know how she thinks that she's trying to push this narrative that she's an actress child, but that's why it's already wrong. And two, this just happened. These girls do not like each other. Like, stop trying to, make these girls make up. Like, leave them alone. There have been 2 nights on this trip. The first night, failed. The second night, big, huge, fat fucking fail. Okay, and then this last night, girl, stop. I think it's a bad idea that they're trying. You got Cynthia. Cynthia is this corny in this aspect, and she finna act like Nene. And y'all know Nene ain't finna feel it because Nene really ain't feeling her like that. She cool with it, but she ain't feeling her like that. So, bad idea. So in the last night, all the girls meet up at a pool. Everybody got their goddess look. Everyone picks their goddess names. That was fun. The fact that Kenya called Nene Medusa, that took me out. I was like, oh girl, this is some shade. But the event is set up, child. They get up, Nene and Marlo making their drinks over there, child. I'm like, oh God, where is this gonna go? If you notice, they've been drinking that same bottle of Grey Goose since they got there. That's the same bottle. You look around, child, it's like any other black event with food. You see aluminum foil wrappers everywhere, all of the things, and they wonder why the cat's on top of there. Girl, you got aluminum foil and you got all that stuff over there, so of course you're gonna have cats over there. Cover some of that food up with some of that Thai aluminum foil. After that, they get ready to do the game, and Nene is like, Now at first it seemed like she was weird, she was like, go ahead, Cynthia girl, get your Emmy. But when she realized that they were about to act them out in the moment, Nene got fucked. She got the hell up out of there, and I don't blame it. It's just like at some point y'all was just kind of like, it's the last night. Nene didn't call Kenya all these different things. It's clear they want to be friends. Let it go. So maybe if Kandi was really smart, maybe she would have did Kandi and Portia, or somebody that Nene felt was on her side or on her team in terms of backing her up. Because realistically, at this point, no matter how much they've tried to make them come together, it's very clear that Kenya's 2 buddies are Cynthia and Kandi. So that's another reason why she may have left. Nene does her famous, I gotta go to the bathroom. The last time she said she had to go to the bathroom, honey, it was, she didn't go to the bathroom. She left. And she leaves and she stops. Who the fuck y'all think y'all? She stops production. And Nene needs to stop getting into it with the production team. That's clearly what got her in trouble this season. Because she was, pulling off their shirts last season. But one thing I noticed is that the guy in the red hat, he is always in some mess. If y'all notice, he was the same guy that was in the room for Toronto, and he's the same guy in this that's following Nene around like, girl, I don't know. I know that's their job to film, but in this situation, girl, let her go. Kandi's thing was not the best idea because you're only putting it on Kenya and Nene. Now, if she had got the other girls involved and let them act out other situations and stuff like that have happened, then maybe. But I guarantee you, since she want to sit up here and say, oh, let's make light of a bad situation. I guarantee you that Kandi wouldn't have liked nobody up there acting out the argument between Portia and Kandi a couple seasons ago. I bet she wouldn't like that. She probably would have got up too, huh? So Kandi, you got to be careful. Like, first of all, this just happened, and I believe Kandi is just kind of, being a little insensitive to the situation of between Kenya and Nene. It has clearly gone left. So let them go ahead and beef. Like, I like that she has tried to make them make amends, but at the same time, it's just not gonna work. Let it go, Kandi. You did your job. You did good this season. This episode. Let it go. You're pressing so hard to make these girls make up, Kandi, but you kind of had an issue with Nene and Portia making up the last episode. It doesn't make sense. This episode, like I said, was another good episode. It was a great finish to Greece. I think this has been one of my favorite trips since South Africa, just because they did a lot of activities and it just seemed fun. Like every episode, there was something to enjoy even before the drama. There was drama in each episode. Kenya and Nene, they did that. I don't care what y'all say, because if Nene was not around, Kenya would not have anybody really to beef with. She would just be bullying Tanya. Kenya and Nene, they have done well. They have done well. They have kept this trip drama and they've kept it fun. So kudos to this trip. Kenya and Kandi were great hosts. The activities, I like that they're both daring and fun girls. So they both like to do stuff like that. So obviously that's why. And so I honestly, if there were future seasons of Real Housewives, I would want to see them plan more, because they definitely keep the girls moving and doing fun stuff. I want to thank y'all for leaning in. I'm about to lean out. I gotta go iron my clothes so I can work from home on the couch, because we are all in the house, honey. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Keep leaning in. And until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye.